I'm working with sculpture and installation, and I'm working with dancers, and I'm having the dancers do more than puppeteering. They're actually dancing, and thinking about how that works in a story. I mean, there are a lot of things that are kind of risky to be, you don't want to make bad performance art, right? So that's the worst thing you can put someone through. I don't want to make bad performance art. So Sea of Birds was supposed to be about the power and pleasure of the storyteller, the portrait artist, and the kind of space in between portraits, the space of departure. I was interested in two different things when I was given the opportunity to make a show. I was interested in making a series of portraits, and not only thinking about the portrait themselves, but also the space kind of the space in between portraits. So what does it mean to immerse yourself completely in a character, knowing that you're going to leave it and move on to another one? And so, so I wanted to do a series of portraits from which there would be a departure and then a sort of a re-encounter. So I wanted to follow that one process of character making, and I also wanted to make something about my mother's experience in Latvia, and so I thought I would put her in as one of the characters. She was born in Latvia and had to leave because of World War II because of Stalin, and so I always think about my mother as a storyteller who creates a portrait of this place that she left. So in some way I wanted to integrate those two things, my mother's story of leaving Latvia and my sort of fantasy characters and what it meant to immerse myself in the making of them and leaving them to make another. Right now, I'm really focusing on how to integrate all these different disciplines to tell kind of simple it's not a fairy tale, but it feels like a fairy tale. It's in fact a true story about my mother leaving Latvia in World War II. The dome is made of bamboo, trace paper, and cheesecloth, and jute. I had a dream that that there was this giant dome that was filled with these yellow flowers, and so I just immediately ran out and started to make one as fast as I could before I forgot it. And then it became like the organizing principle of the show. Somehow I feel like the things that usually spark me in making work are the moment, like when you're so overworked that you just say fuck it and you do something hilarious just because you need a break, and then that's the thing you use. And I haven't had very many hilarious moments. In fact, this has been one of the most difficult shows that I've done. But I think those challenging things are important to recognize and to understand that the process, I have to say that this show has been work. And so I think some of the stories about these other kind of fantasy characters, I want to pull one out of my car, it's kind of funny, right? I'm going to pull a fantasy character out of my car.
In the trunk, where you like the trunk.
Actually, yes. He doesn't really have a name, but he's going to be one of the warthog's kind of, less powerful comrades. I do make it all. I make it all happen and not. The whole entire space is like the dome. I mean, it's a big white projection space. So we almost don't need the dome, which is kind of hilarious. The whole entire room is play space now. It's huge and it's beautiful, and and I feel like that space is like a holy space. But I think it's going to be really beautiful, actually. I think it's going to be, I think it's going to be really exciting to walk into the room and see the projection on the outside of the dome and not know what's inside it, and have the dancers doing things inside the dome and then walking around and having the dome open up and see the story unfold with the dancers and the live musicians and me, storyteller. It's going to be great. This sort of show anybody would want to see, adults and children alike. How about that?